So I've been over here in Wyoming for now 2.5 months, and I have 2 weeks left. I came here for a CAT scan assignment. Some of you know that sometimes I pick up these x-ray or CAT scan jobs. That was my first career. And the past 1 month, I was looking for what would be the best place in the United States to build a Butoh scene. You know, I've traveled quite a bit in the world. I've done a lot of retreat centers. And the only issue that I found was if you're traveling so much from one place to the other, it's kind of hard to get a solid audience because you're sort of spreading yourself thin. And so as I was traveling about, meeting various Butoh people, I got inspired by how some people have built a Butoh scene themselves and an audience. And I figure, hey, why don't I try to do that in the United States, the place where I grew up most of my life. I was born in Venezuela, but I grew up in the United States in Florida since I was 4. So I figure, why not do a scene in the United States somewhere? And I was thinking of various locations such as Albuquerque or Denver, Salt Lake City, Boulder, Fort Collins, Tucson, even Flagstaff. But I also thought of where I spent a good amount of time at, Tampa and St. Petersburg. And it was actually the original idea. I think I had like a year or 2 ago, I had a vision about actually staying in one place and developing a Butoh scene. And the first place I thought of was just Tampa. I mean, in Tampa there is a very large goth subculture. And you know, there's a bit of a crossover with the goth subculture in Butoh. So it seems appropriate that Butoh would go rather well in Tampa, you would think. And so I did apply to some locations such as Tucson, Albuquerque, but I never heard anything back. But with some open positions in Florida, I heard something back from Tampa, a facility in Hyde Park, and I got the job. So it turns out, looks like I'm coming to Tampa, and it's a 4-month assignment. I'm only working weekends, so you know what? That gives me quite a bit of time to work on a Butoh scene. It gives me 4 days out of the week to dedicate my energy towards Butoh. So it looks like we will have in the Tampa area things such as regular Butoh classes, affordable Butoh classes. I might try with just starting 1 day a week to see how it goes. I would like to do some Butoh jams. I would like to do some seminars here and there, maybe an intensive. You know, there's also the St. Pete and the Clearwater area. And it would be nice eventually to bring some people, such as Julie Beckham Gillum from North Carolina, or some other of Butoh friends. I've definitely gathered a large group of Butoh friends in the world, but most of them seem to be in Europe. So, you know, that's kind of a big trip over here, kind of expensive. But it would be nice to develop this. I know there is a scene in Miami right now that's growing. And so, yeah, it's nice to hear that Florida can have a Butoh scene of their own. And I'm willing to make it happen. So follow me if you wish. And if you're from Florida, put a comment in the comments section. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer your questions about this strange art. And hopefully I will see you in some Butoh event.